Hey guys, and welcome to Jay's Nest. Today is another Speedfold Friday. Today's subject, I want to talk about why cloth diaper shops are closing. Since 2016, I've noticed a significant amount of shops closing, and within the past few months, we've seen a lot of big retailers close, like Kelly's Closet and Abby's Lane, two shops that I really enjoy, and it's sad to see them go. So today we're going to talk about why these shops are closing, different perspectives. Some of these perspectives aren't my own perspectives, but they're some of your guys' perspectives. And this is an open conversation. This conversation is not to judge. It's really to just see different perspectives, because I think these cloth diaper shops are closing for a multitude of reasons. It's not just one reason why they're closing. There's tons of different reasons why these places are closing. I really think there are infinite perspectives, and to me, perspectives are the same as viewpoints. They are the lens that you perceive and experience the world through. And since we've all been through different things in our lives, we see the world through different filters. And to me, that's what perspective is. So feel free to add your perspective down below. And again, this isn't to judge or bash anybody, it's just to really dive into some of the different perspectives of why some of these cloth shops are closing. Why are cloth diaper shops closing down? Well, I'm not going to be able to cover everything in this video, but I'll definitely touch on some of the main perspectives. The one thing that always comes up is cheapies, and there's a lot to say about cheapies. There are a lot of perspectives when it comes to cheapies about how cheapies are ruining the market. A lot of people refer to them as China cheapies. So when it comes to the world of pocket diapers, it's hard for bigger brands to compete with $6 pocket diapers. So Bum Genius is selling their pocket diapers at about $20 now. It used to be $17.99, but now it's $20. It's hard for companies like that to compete with an Alva diaper that costs about $6. So talking about cheapies also brings up the side of wholesalers and co-ops. Let's touch on what a co-op is. I'm going to explain what a Facebook co-op is, kind of. I'm going to give you the short version of it. But it's a group on Facebook where the group owner becomes a wholesaler. So they buy from manufacturers like Mama Koala, Happy Flute, and Alva. They buy diapers from those manufacturers for a cheap price, and then they turn around and sell it to people in the group. A lot of times these co-ops are able to submit custom prints, so they can go into places like Shutterstock if they have a license with them, and they can take prints from that website, send it into Alva or Happy Flute or Mama Koala, and then those manufacturers will print off diapers in those prints. So you're not going to be able to go to alvababy.com and find these prints, because these prints are custom prints. They're custom made for the co-op that is running it. And just this alone has caused a huge shift in the cloth diapering world. We can pretty much now access any print we want for virtually dirt cheap. A lot of these groups do use stock photos that they have a license for, like on Shutterstock, but there are some groups that do not have licensing, and they infringe on the intellectual property without buying the licenses to properly sell these diapers with trademark prints. So an example, let's say we have a Disney diaper. Let's say a co-op is selling a bunch of Disney related diapers, but they didn't purchase the correct licensing to legally sell Disney prints. Well, that's where the gray area comes. And I see a lot of groups doing this. Not all co-ops do it. In fact, you have people like Ket from the Fluffy Penguin, who really takes pride in her business and not doing that. The Cloth Diaper Podcast actually did a podcast with Ket from the Fluffy Penguin. I'll link that podcast down below, because she talks about licensing and kind of the shady area when it comes to co-ops and wholesaling. I'll link that down below. And then on top of that, these co-ops and wholesalers are only making a few dollars. They're really not making much money by doing all of this. The profit margin is extremely low. It's honestly not nearly enough to make a great profit or even a great living from. I actually used to run a clothing boutique, and during the months that I ran that boutique, I found that marking products up 50% really isn't enough to sustain a business. And honestly, I really don't even understand how co-ops or wholesalers stay afloat. I mean, a lot of these cheapy diapers are just so cheap. There's just really no way that they're making a good profit from doing this kind of work. Which I kind of think, in a way, they're shortcutting themselves. So another perspective is that there's a sense of entitlement. So we want free shipping. Heck yeah, we do. I want free shipping. That's my weakness. I don't like paying for shipping. I really like free shipping. We want rewards points. We want freebies with our orders. I admit, I do like free shipping. I do enjoy a really good rewards system. But all of these things, the sense of entitlement that we think we need, the freebies with our orders and the free shipping and the rewards points, these things aren't always sustainable for shops to keep up with. I've seen a lot of shops within the past month change their reward system, but all of those freebies and rewards points and free shipping, all of that actually eats into the costs of these small shops. And when you're a small shop, when you're small, it's hard to stay afloat. And I think this point is really true. I do think that there is totally that sense of entitlement. I remember, I don't know if it was 2018, 2017, 2016, I don't quite remember, but Little Tulips, they had a reward system. And they were changing their point system and trying to figure things out. And a lot of people lost rewards points. And people threw fits for weeks about that. And I get it, because a lot of people were saving up their rewards points. Some of them had thousands of points, which equaled a few $100s. I mean, it's a lot of money. And they were saving that. And Little Tulip's new system erased a lot of that information, and people were just raging upset. And from a Little Tulip standpoint, I totally see that that was money that they were giving out for free. But in another perspective, I also see that that was a loyal customer who spent a lot of money there and was saving up those points just to have them ripped away. I think we really do get attached to those rewards points and those freebies with our orders and that free shipping. I think we also like the convenience of things like Amazon. You know, Amazon Prime has such fast shipping, and a lot of small boutiques are just ran by moms who might take a few days to ship out your items. And fast shipping is nice. It's cool to order a diaper and then 2 days later it's at your front door. And with small boutiques or small shops, you'll find that sometimes they cost a little more. Sometimes they cost a few dollars more. But it does take a lot to run a shop and run a small business. And if you've never owned a small business, then you might not know of all those small costs that happen behind the scenes, but they add up pretty quickly. And when you buy from small shops, you're also paying for the customer service. I know a lot of these small shops, they wrap their things in nice packaging and they leave really sweet handwritten notes, or they leave small candies or tea or something along with your package, just to show you their appreciation for you supporting them, supporting their family, supporting their dream, and supporting their shop. And honestly, you're not going to be met with that kind of customer service with a place like Alva. Alva Baby does not have customer service like that. You're just not going to receive it. And customer service isn't important to everybody, but if it is important to you, then that might be something to consider instead of shopping at Amazon. Plus, when you shop at small retailers, most of them do have rewards points. Most of them do have freebies and nice little notes and pieces of candy. And honestly, I'd rather have that than 2-day shipping from Amazon. Another thing that I've observed is just the hype of the limited edition prints. It's not sustainable for companies. There's this weird cycle that goes on where people want these cute diapers. The diapers sell out fast because the demand is too high. It creates a hype around the brand. Now everyone sees this print, and this print is highly valued. It's limited edition. It creates a resale value on the buy-sell trade pages that go over retail. I've seen diapers go over $100, over $150. It gets crazy. Then the manufacturer makes enough of that print that everybody liked, and then the hype is lost. I've seen tons of small shops get sucked into that cycle. I think the cute prints and cloth diapers are awesome. It really does spark people's interest about modern cloth diapering. Is that superficial? Yeah, probably so, but it does help bring awareness to cloth diapering. But where do we draw the line? Brands want to stay relevant, they want to make sales, they want to stay afloat, so they want to put out new prints, they want to keep people interested. But where do you draw the line of over-consuming while keeping your business afloat? Where do we draw the lines here? And honestly, I don't have an answer for that. I've also seen some people say that mainstream brands, like these big brands that cost $20, just aren't worth it. The price tag is too much, and while they love the idea of supporting a small business, they think the prices are ridiculous and inflated. They don't feel bad for shops that are closing because it's the business's fault for pricing things so high for profit. They think that the inflation is ridiculous, especially when they can spend as low as $5 on a diaper instead of shopping at these small businesses. The truth is, some people just can't afford spending $15 to $30 for one diaper. I've seen other people say that they think the market is oversaturated. You can only sell so many cloth diapers. Right now, the buy-sell trade pages are on an all-time low from what I've seen. The swaps are just so slow-moving. Things aren't really selling that well. In some communities, they totally are, but as a whole, if we look at the cloth diapering community as a whole, you just really don't see things selling as well as they used to. Cloth diapering is a small industry, and it's becoming oversaturated from all of these limited edition prints and these new brands and these co-ops. Supply is overfilling the demand. And plus, people are acquiring stashes of hundreds of diapers per family. I'm going to make a video about the mindset of buy all the diapers. I have a lot to say about that because I've been that person. I've struggled with that. I'm fighting my way out of it, and I want to talk about it, regardless of where I'm at in my journey with buy all the diapers, which is a hashtag and a saying in the cloth diapering world. I want to talk about it. But I'm going to leave this conversation at this. I really want to know your guys' perspective and why you guys think cloth diapering shops are closing. Do you think it's one reason? Do you think it's multiple reasons? Just tell me down below, especially if you have a perspective that I didn't share in this video. I know I wasn't able to touch on everything I wanted to because I'm already over 20 minutes in on this voiceover, but I really want to know your guys' perspective and thoughts on why cloth diaper shops are closing. And to top it off, what can we do to fix it? Yeah, we can talk about the problem all day long, we can talk about why we think we have all these problems, but I also want to know what solutions you think you have for this. I think solutions are just as important as the problems that we're faced with. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I really enjoyed this talk. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.